What is going on, YouTube? Tonight we have a pretty fun matchup in Thursday Night Football between the Seahawks and the Cardinals. In this video, I'll be going through some of my top player prop picks for the game tonight. Before I get into the plays, though, just a reminder that this video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. If you're not having an account with Underdog yet, sign up using the code LayTheHouseRM, and you're going to get some pretty sweet sign-up bonuses. So the first thing that you'll get by using my code is this Kyler Murray over zero pass plus rush yards gimme pick. It's essentially an automatic win for you. You do have to combine it with another play on Underdog Fantasy. You would take one of my plays from the video or the Discord or anywhere else that you see a play that you might like, combine it with this Kyler Murray, and it's essentially an automatic win, at least for the Murray part. You still have to win the other pick on the entry. But you'll also get a couple other bonuses too. So you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus funds when you sign up using code LayTheHouseRM. I think it's a 50% match. So if you put $1,000 in, you'll get 500 in bonus funds. If you put $2,000 in, you'll get the full 1,000. And then one other promotion that they are running, if you play $5, so that after you make your first $5 entry, you will get $50 in bonus funds after you sign up using code LayTheHouseRM. So ton of great sign up bonus offers for Underdog Fantasy. Like, this is the website and the app that I'm showing on this video. It's my preferred place to make my entries. So highly advise giving it a shot if you have not already. And I've got one more reminder before getting into the plays here. We're going to head over to my Discord server. If you're not in the Discord yet, it's completely free to join. The link to join is located in the description below. And I like to highlight all the big wins by everyone in my videos, especially if you're an active member in the community, posting plays left and right, posting your wins, just being a really good person to talk to and hang out with in the Discord. But I had a pretty hot weekend, and I've had a pretty hot week, especially on soccer. So I had a parlay on some soccer picks today. Rupert also hit a parlay on soccer yesterday. Scrolling up there, had another soccer bet that I hit. Monday Night Football, our girl Audi had a 4.56x on Underdog Fantasy. Lamar Jackson with her gimme pick. So you can get a pick just like this with Kyler Murray with code LayTheHouseRM. She cashed in on Derrick Henry and Jameer Gibbs too. And then some recaps, Sinks had the Lions on the spread over on Fliff. Audie had another same game parlay that she cashed with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Mark Andrews touchdowns. So just a really good weekend for the community. Rupert made like probably $3,000 on slips that he placed on the various apps. So really good weekend. Like I said before, Discord's completely free to join. Come in and join our community. The link is located in the description below. Now let's head over to Underdog Fantasy and take a look at the matchup for tonight. So we have the Cardinals and the Seahawks, and I'm going to talk about three plays that I like in this game tonight. So the first play I want to talk about is Jackson, Smith, and Jigba on his receiving yards. The line is currently at 84.5. I think when I initially posted it a couple of days ago, it was at 79.5. And I still think you can get that 79.5, depending on what your sports book or your app might be. So definitely shop around for this line. I do like the 84.5 though. And the reason why I like this is because JSN is currently second in the league with 323 receiving yards after his first three games. He's gone over this 85.5 receiving yards number every game this season. The Cardinals, they're allowing 164.7 receiving yards to wide receivers this season. And JSN went for 6 receptions, 77 yards, and 1 touchdown last year, and 5 receptions for 82 yards and 1 touchdown last year. So he didn't cross this number against the Cardinals last year at all, but it's a different role. He's the main guy. DK Metcalf is gone. He's getting an insane amount of targets. He might lead the league in receiving yards after the game tonight. And I've been targeting this Cardinals pass defense the entire year. So that is not going to stop tonight with Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Heading over to my second pick, we're going to talk about here. I am going with another receiving prop. You're going to see a theme here in this video. We're actually taking 3 separate receiving props that I really like this week. But we're going to go with Trey McBride over 66.5 receiving yards. This is another line that is slowly starting to tick up. When I initially posted this earlier today, it was 64.5 receiving yards. It's slowly getting pushed up now up to 66.5. Wouldn't be shocked if it's up to like 68.5 or maybe even 70.5 by the time kickoff happens later tonight. But the reason why I'm on Trey McBride here, it's mainly for volume. So McBride plays 91.3% of the snaps, and he is the Cardinals' top receiver with a 24.7% target share. This also leads the NFL for tight ends. Seattle, we'll head over to Outlier and take a look at them here. So Seattle allows 60 receiving yards per game to tight ends this year. That makes them 25th in the league. So bottom 7 in the league, bottom 8 in the league at defending the tight end position, at least in a receiving yard standpoint. But looking at the head-to-head last year against the Seahawks, McBride had 133 yards in one game and 70 yards in the other game. Zay Jones is actually going to be out for the Cardinals too, and obviously James Conner is out too. So that might lead to a couple extra targets for Trey McBride. But all in all, I think his role is solidified enough. Obviously, he's the number one guy on the Cardinals right now. Good matchup against the Seahawks, which it could turn into a shootout in the dome in Arizona too, because that Cardinals defense is very leaky, and we could see a lot of points in this one. So pick number 2, Trey McBride over 64.5 receiving yards or 66.5, wherever you're getting the number. Like I said, just line shop, get the best number that you can, depending on which book or which app that you use. So the third pick that I'm on is another receiving prop, but this isn't a wide receiver or a tight end. We are going with a running back, and we are going with Trey Benson over 3.5 receptions. So Benson, Connor, and Amari DeMarcaro have combined for 16 receptions in the first 3 games of the season. James Conner is currently out for the entire season, and DeMarcaro only had 1 target. So I don't think he didn't have any of those catches from the 16. Benson had 8 and James Conner had 8. When James Conner went out last week, Trey Benson actually had 3 receptions after James Conner got hurt last week. So I think he's going to be heavily used in the pass game. Let's head over to Outlier. Let's pull up Trey Benson and look at what Seattle stats look like against receiving, against passing to running backs. So we will go to the over 3.5 for Benson. So the Seahawks are averaging 6.7 receptions allowed to running backs this season. That is 4th worst in the entire league. They're giving up the 4th most receptions to running backs this season. You know, with James Conner being out, with Zay Jones being out, those targets and that snap share has to go somewhere. I think Benson gets at least 4 catches, and I don't think we're asking for too much here in this situation, especially if they do go down early on against Seattle. There'll be a couple extra dump offs to Benson as well. And like I mentioned before, DeMarcado really hasn't been involved with the passing game yet. I'm not saying that he won't be tonight, but I really think Trey Benson's probably going to see like 6 or 7 targets tonight, which means it's a very good opportunity for him to go over this receptionist number. So that's going to wrap up everything for this video. That's going to be my slip here. This JSN over receiving yards, Trey McBride over receiving yards, and Trey Benson over on the receptions. Like I mentioned before, join the free Discord server. The link to join is in the description below. And if you want to see all of my slips for the week, I do a ton of free content for you guys. So I do this video for you where I'm giving you guys essentially 1 free slip. I do a touchdown thread over on Twitter. I do a game by game thread on Twitter. I do some analysis inside of the Discord itself. But if you want to see every single bet that I'm placing, every entry I'm placing on PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Dabble, you know, all these other websites and all these other apps, you will need to sign up for my premium VIP package, and that link is located in the description below. If you use that link to sign up, you will get the first 10 days for free. So you can try it out for 10 days. If I make you money, you'll probably be more inclined to subscribe and stick around longer, because I've been having a really good year this year. I've been doing this for about 8 years now, and we've been profitable every single year. So come join our community and be an active member in the Discord server as well. So best of luck on your bets tonight, and I will see you on Friday or Saturday for the Sunday picks video.